Good morning. This is Vicky. I just kind of want to take a video of the trees that are down in the yard. If you'll look, the cedar ahead of us has been topped out. The wind took the top of the tree out. So Kevin and I got out there since Friday, and we've been trying to cut up and burn the cedar that was on the ground, and we finally finished that yesterday. So hopefully when the tree guy comes, we'll be able to have him finish taking the cedar down. Over there, that tallest pine tree that you see in the distance, that's in front of the others, it's number 2 if you're counting from right to left. That tree has to come down. It had a Y in it, and the part of the Y broke off. So we're waiting for the tree people to come and take that pine down because it's a hazard due to the fact that half of it has split off and is laying on the ground now. So if it falls, we will have it on top of the house. If you look in front of me, this is the result of 2 white pines out of 4 in the yard that fell, and took out our service line when they fell. You can see our service line has been restored, but our service pole has got a bend in it now. That was what happened also back in 16 months ago when one pine fell and took out all of the service line. Someone locally came and cut all of these limbs off the road. I don't know who because we weren't here, but they did. They cut them off and stacked them alongside the right-of-way here, which is a hazard for people driving through. There's the root ball of one of the white pines. And this is the second white pine that came down. We had contracted with a local tree guy to come and take the 4 white pines down in the yard up here. Again, there's our service line. Unfortunately, the storm took 2 of them out, and now he has to finish taking out that one, which the storm topped it. So he has less to take out, and he has to take out that white pine right there so that it won't fall in the next storm. Okay, so far the maple tree here seems to be doing okay. I think the storm took a few limbs out of it, but it seemed to have held up well to the winds. There is that pine again in the backyard. You can see it leaning. And if you'll look about, I would say 50 feet from the ground up, you'll see the scar where the split happened. There's a red spot in the tree. That's where the one piece fell off. And coming on down, we have lots of debris down in the other acre that we have. It's over there. You can see some limbs are on the ground there. We moved them in order to get the RV back under the carport when we came in last Friday. And I'm going to show you the pine that's on the ground. I don't want to walk through this wet grass, but hey, that's what happens when you live in East Tennessee. Nothing dries up here until midday. Okay, there's the big pine that fell. Took out both the apple trees. Hasn't seemed to affect the deer a whole lot. They still come. And there's where it split off of the leaning pine right there. So that pine tree has to come out, and that has to be cleaned up. Okay, let's come on down and I'll show you the other acre. We have lots of huge oaks over here. There's 1, 2, and I'm going to show you the big oak on the ground. I'm doing a video of the trees. I'm doing a video of the trees that are on the ground. That was Kevin asked me what I'm doing. Okay, let me walk through here and I'll show you the debris on the ground over here in front of the Bransons. That's one limb out of the oak. This is another limb out of the oak. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 huge oaks on this side of the property, which is an acre between us and Jeff. And they're beautiful oaks. We don't want to lose them if we can help it. But Mother Nature has done some trimming. People say, oh, don't you just hate it when, winds come through? I tell them we're used to winds. We're Floridians. We've gone through days of wind and hurricanes. That little pine came down, or whatever it is. And if you look, that big oak stood. But look at this, folks. This is one huge oak tree. Basically had no roots, I guess. And it came down, hit the cedar that you see right there, tore the top out. Pretty much took all the limbs off and planted the top of it right there in front of that dogwood. I wish we knew someone who could cut the lumber board out of that, because that would make nice wood for somebody. Nice plank boards. It's a huge oak tree, and underneath it is a huge cedar tree. It didn't mess with that oak. It didn't touch that oak, or that oak, or any of those in that area. I'm walking back up to the house. That's our outbuildings. That's Kevin's store shop. That's the RV and the canopy. Fortunately, we didn't have any damage, no wind damage to the roof or the shingles. But as you can see, we have lots of cleanup. Which we've been working at since last Friday. Love you guys. And I'll check in with you as soon as we get all this cleaned up. We have our work cut out for us today. Signing off.